On Monday night, U.S. Congress finally passed another stimulus bill, which is a $900 billion package, including relief for individuals and families, small businesses, schools, childcare providers, and to the delight of many real estate investors, property owners as well. The bill is a massive 5,593 pages, and even if we see a few changes to the exact figures over the next few days, there are a few main points that are going to have a direct impact on the real estate industry for both commercial and residential property owners. So to save you the time of digging into this massive document yourself, in this video, we're going to break down the key features included in the new stimulus package for real estate investors and the biggest impacts the stimulus bill might have on the commercial real estate industry heading into next year. Hey, this is Justin from BreakingTheCRE.com, and if you're new here on this channel, we talk about real estate investing careers and real estate investment analysis. So if you're looking to break into the industry or do your first or next real estate deal, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any new videos as soon as they're released. So there were a lot of people that breathed a massive sigh of relief on Monday night when the new stimulus bill was passed, with almost 9 months having gone by since the original $2 trillion stimulus bill was signed back in March. And as with the last version of the package, this bill has specific implications to the commercial real estate sector, some of which are going to be a significant help to the industry as a whole, especially for certain property types. So in this video, what we're going to do is take a look at the 4 most impactful components of the latest stimulus bill for real estate investors and what these things mean for the commercial real estate industry heading into 2021. Now, first on this list, may be the most helpful, and the item that major multifamily groups like the NMHC have been advocating for since March of this year, is a $25 billion allocation for the Treasury Department to create a new emergency rental assistance program to help renters pay rent and to help property owners continue to collect rent, pay property taxes and other operating expenses, and make their loan payments on time as well. Under this plan, the Treasury Department will distribute funds to each state individually, with each state receiving at least $200 million, and cities with populations of over 200,000 people can request to receive their distribution directly. And this money is going to be used to fund rental payments for eligible households in 3-month increments for up to 12 months in total, with the potential for an additional 3 months of assistance if necessary. And as far as the definition of eligible household is concerned, this is defined as a household making less than 80% of the area median income, or AMI, and someone living in the household has qualified for unemployment benefits, can provide proof of partial loss of income or financial hardship, or can show they're at risk of losing their home completely. These funds that are distributed to each state are then to be paid directly to the property owner themselves on behalf of the renter, and the bill even allows for property owners to apply for rental assistance on behalf of their tenants directly. This means that multifamily owners can be paid by the rental assistance program directly and don't need to wait for individuals or families to go through the application process, receive those funds, and then risk that tenant spending the money elsewhere rather than on the rent payments that they owe. Now, it's not completely clear at this point how long it will take property owners to receive these funds, but with priority going to renters currently in arrears, along with unemployed households that have been unemployed for the last 90 days, this is going to be a much needed boost for many multifamily owners that have been struggling to collect rental payments over the last several months. According to the NMHC Rent Payment Tracker, this assistance is not coming a minute too soon, as we've gradually seen rent payments start to waver since May of this year, with only 75.4% of rent payments made by December 6th, starting to cause some immediate concern throughout the industry. With these additional payments going directly to landlords, this should provide some much needed assurance for residential property owners heading into the new year, and also buyers looking to get into the multifamily market and acquiring properties for sale. And speaking of help paying rent, rental payment assistance isn't the only measure in the bill that's going to help property owners collect rent on time, with the bill also including a provision that calls for U.S. residents that are unemployed or making under a certain income threshold to receive direct cash payments or additional unemployment benefits as well. The new stimulus package includes an additional $300 per week in federal unemployment benefits to be issued through March 14th, 2021, and direct payments of $600 to be made to individuals making up to $75,000 per year and couples making up to $150,000 per year. Parents will also receive an additional $600 payment for each dependent child under the age of 17, which means a family of 4 making less than $150,000 would receive a direct payment of $2,400. And in many markets across the US, a $2,400 payment can cover at least 1 month of rent. And in the case where rent payments are covered through the Rental Payment Assistance Program, this could provide a much needed boost to the economy as a whole if this money is spent at places like restaurants and other brick and mortar retail locations that have been struggling for the past 9 months. And this trend has been shown already this year by retail sales statistics reported by the US Census Bureau. Starting in August, once the federal $600 per week unemployment benefits began to run out, we started to see a significant fall off in retail sales growth that we had begun to see starting earlier on in the summer. If rent payments are covered for at least a portion of the population, this cash injection for consumers should spark some additional purchases to help get things back on track heading into the new year, which is positive news for retailers and their employees as well. And to continue to help small businesses and their employees, the third key funding included in this new stimulus bill goes directly to struggling companies with additional PPP loan funding available in the new package. The bill offers $284.5 billion in additional PPP loan funding to businesses with 300 or fewer employees, specifically those which have seen a sustained 25% loss in any quarter of 2020. And if these qualifications are met, a second forgivable PPP loan of up to $2 million is available for these companies, which can again hopefully keep many businesses afloat until at least the second half of 2021. The bill also clarified that business expenses paid with PPP loan proceeds are tax deductible and also simplified the loan forgiveness process for borrowers with loan proceeds of $150,000 or less, another big win for small businesses who took advantage of the first round of PPP loans earlier this year. $20 billion of relief is also included in the bill for new EIDL grants for businesses in low-income communities. $3.5 billion is included to continue SBA debt relief payments, and $15 billion has been allocated to assisting live venues, independent movie theaters, and cultural institutions to help these organizations stay afloat throughout the winter months as well. And hopefully, with more small businesses able to survive, more jobs are going to be preserved as a result, which for property owners hopefully means that more rent payments are going to be paid on time, consumer spending will increase, and retailers will begin to benefit from all of this heading into 2021. Now, up to this point, these are all things that most real estate investors were hoping for. More money for renters, additional rental payment assistance, and help for small businesses to avoid bankruptcy and continue paying their rent are all generally perceived as good things in the real estate industry. However, with that said, this bill isn't all sunshine and rainbows for investors, and the last point on this list is something that was a little less welcomed, and that is the extended eviction moratorium until January 31st, 2021. The current regulations were set to expire on December 31st of this year, and the most recent stimulus bill extends this by a month to prevent people from losing their homes and potentially adding to the homelessness issue that's become even worse this year, especially in major cities and high cost of living areas. Now, hopefully, with a new rental assistance package in place, this extension should have somewhat of a muted effect on the ability for landlords to collect rent, but this is still something definitely worth noting for both existing property owners and prospective real estate investors as well. The hope for property owners and Americans overall is that starting next year, we'll start to see things begin to clear up, with the bill also including approximately $32 billion in funding for vaccine procurement and distribution nationwide. It's hard for any of us to really remember what normal looks like anymore, but with things starting to head in a promising direction, it looks like there may be some light at the end of the tunnel for real estate investors and tenants of both commercial and residential real estate properties that are struggling to make their rent payments right now. So overall, there's some very good news for real estate investors in this package, and I hope you found this helpful if you're trying to make sense of everything included in the new bill. As always, I'd love to hear your thoughts and how you think this stimulus bill is going to affect real estate as a whole. So let me know in the comments what you think. And if you like this video and want to see more content like this on current events in the real estate industry, let me know by hitting the like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new videos as soon as they're released. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you found this helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.